My name is Megan Matthews. I'm an anatomy too, and this is my digestive system. Extra credit. It is actually me. So first we're going to start with the top of the digestive system in the mouth. Here's the mouth. And it's inferior to the nose, obviously in the head. The top of the mouth is the hard palate, which is a surface that the tongue uses to mash and shape the food bolus. This is the tongue here, this big, huge muscle. The back of the mouth contains the soft palate right before reaching the pharynx, and this helps with the swallowing of the food. The mouth is where digestion begins. The tongue is composed of taste buds, these little like bumps and ridges here, that pick up sweet, sour, bitter, and salty tastes. There's also 4 different kinds of taste buds, but the most popular one is the fungiform, the little red dots all over the tongue. A fun fact about the tongue is that down here there's a little muscle called the frenulum, the lingual frenulum, and this prevents you from swallowing your tongue. So it is literally impossible to swallow your tongue. Okay, so another component of the mouth, there are 3 huge glands, and they're the salivary glands. They're all different and have different functions. This one, in the back of the mouth, located, you can see these when you're sick, because here's your teeth. These get really inflamed and red. This is the submandibular glands. They are the largest gland in the mouth, and the mucus cells secrete mucin, which lubricates the food bolus. So when you are swallowing, this mucus that's secreted helps with swallowing. Also, these secrete a salivary amylase, which helps break down the food as well. It starts the breakdown of starches especially. Here is the sublingual gland, which is next to your lingual frenulum I was just talking about. It's located on the floor of the mouth, underneath the tongue. And this is the parotid gland. This is the parotid gland. This is the submandibular gland. Sorry, but they still have the same function. This secretes saliva into the mouth. This is the largest of the glands. Obviously, you can tell that by the picture. Okay. Next, going away from the mouth, we have the pharynx, which is here, located at the back of the mouth. So when you swallow, it goes in this direction, and it's connected to the esophagus, which is this long hollow tube here. It connects the esophagus to the stomach, and so forth. The pharynx allows solids and liquids down into the esophagus here, but it also allows air to travel here into the trachea, which is a hollow tube that goes down to the lungs. There is a little flap here called the epiglottis, and that flap closes and opens according to whether you're swallowing food or breathing in air. The epiglottis helps prevent aspiration or getting food down into the lungs, which can cause death. Let's see. For the next picture, I kind of picked a larger picture of the digestive system just to show you how long the esophagus is. So this is the esophagus, and basically the main function is to transport food from the mouth down into the stomach. It's just a transport tube. It's composed of stratified squamous tissue that excretes mucus to aid in food travel movement. Once you swallow in your pharynx and you get to this point, it's all involuntary from here. So chewing and swallowing is voluntary, but once you get here, it's involuntary. There's no stopping it. This is a picture of the stomach. So here would be your esophagus, and this is where it comes into the stomach. The stomach secretes enzymes, and acids that does most of the digesting of the food. It's made up of 3 muscular layers that help the stomach churn and smash and break down the food. A fun fact about the stomach, when you're embarrassed and you blush, your stomach also blushes and turns red. Just kind of a weird fact I found. So this is a combination of 3 organs I'm going to be talking about. This is the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. And this is the duodenum, where the 3 connect. First, I'm going to talk about the pancreas. We talked about this in the previous chapter about diabetes and its function there, but the pancreas secretes insulin and glucagon and other enzymes like amylase and lipase that travel into the duodenum to help digest food. The liver is just an amazing organ. It has many vital jobs in digestion as well as other things in the body. It stores fat-soluble vitamins. It helps break down proteins, it regulates the metabolism of the body, and creates 900 mils of bile a day. The bile is stored inside the gallbladder. It's pretty much the gallbladder's main function. And the gallbladder secretes the bile down into the cystic duct. But a fun fact about the liver is that it's much bigger than the brain. It is like 10 times bigger than the brain. It's the largest organ in the body. And stay tuned for part 2.